Hi, Greg Dell here from Disability Attorneys Dell and Schaefer, and I'm joined by Disability Attorney Cesar Gavidia. How are you, Cesar?
Hey Greg, I'm good.
And I'm glad that you are dressed casual for Casual Friday today.
That's right.
And that I had the opportunity
I
to
feel
go.
very underdressed today.
That's okay. I had the opportunity to go to court today, so I got to wear the suit, so I figured I'd keep it on. So today I want to talk about, maybe because we've been seeing so many Hartford denials lately, and of course we've dealt with hundreds of Hartford denials, but what's going on lately that we're getting these Hartford denials and it's like they're cutting them off now, but the medical reviews were like 8 or 9 months ago.
Right. I think that the reason we see that is because, and it could be, I mean, this is just speculation, but you got to remember these insurance companies are dealing with hundreds, some of these claim representatives are dealing with hundreds of disability claims that are coming in. People often think that these claim representatives are giving them special attention, or they're really just focusing in on their claims. They're dealing with hundreds of claims, and they're basically just checking off boxes as to when information comes in, and they may check off that box, but they may not get around to even reviewing that information for months later. Or sometimes they want to do some extra stuff during that period, like send surveillance teams out to follow the claimants or something. But I think it probably comes just down to how overwhelmed some of these insurance companies are with claims, and probably some of that surveillance stuff too.
Because I know I'm seeing a lot of Hartford denials now where they're sending the person for an IME.
Mm-hmm.
While they're doing the IME, they're sending video surveillance of them the day before, the day of, and the day after. And then what they'll do is a couple months will go by, the Hartford claimant is still waiting, their check's still coming in,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden they'll get a call from an investigator who wants to come see them. This is Hartford's MO. The investigator comes to see them, and then after an hour of spending time with them, the investigator busts out a video and shows them a video of them and tries to get them to give some inconsistent statements. So I guess that gets me to the point of people call us all the time and say, Hartford wants to come see me, or they want to do an IME. But let's talk about the situation where Hartford wants to send an investigator to their house. What do you recommend for people in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, if Hartford or any insurance company for that matter wants to set up a face-to-face meeting, the best thing to do, the most prudent thing to do is contact an attorney, a disability attorney, to ask them, why are they doing this? What should I do to protect myself in this type of situation? Probably the best thing to do is just go ahead and hire the attorney, because it's like the police calling you one day and saying, hey, we've been investigating this case and we want to come in and talk to you, and you don't know why they're doing this. It's maybe something that they may suspect you in something, or they may not. But you want to talk to somebody just to clarify your legal rights. You want to understand basically how to prepare for these things, and how to answer some of these questions that can be very clearly made or set or done to try to find a reason to cut you off or terminate your benefits, or find not to pay you at all.
All right, and if someone has this interview, is that something that you would attend via phone or in person?
We've done them both ways. We've attended these, usually not by phone. I usually try to set up like a Skype type of format so that we can see our client, we could see the interviewer. If there's anything that's presented to our client during the interview process, then I'd ask them, please hold it up so I could see what it is, or fax it to my office so I can review it while you're asking my client about that. But generally, it's something that I personally want to have some sort of eye-to-eye, visual contact there,
right,
with the other people.
I get a lot of people who call and they go, well, I know Hartford wants to come see me, or they're really making me do a lot of things on the claim, or I'm getting a change of definition. Do you think it raises a flag if I have an attorney involved? Because I didn't have an attorney involved before. So what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I hear that a lot as well. But the fact of the matter is that most of the clients that we're representing, a good majority of them that we're representing with Hartford and all these insurance companies, we've been contacted on because there has been some sort of trepidation or some sort of concern with that claimant about something the insurance company wants to do, an IME, an interview or something. They retain us, we get involved, and the claimant just continues to receive their benefits without any sort of incident. So it isn't a red flag. You're protecting your rights, you're protecting your benefits in this stream of income that's supposed to essentially get you through this disability for who knows how long.
I think what I always tell a lot of potential clients when they call with that question is, look, your contract is worth tens, hundreds of thousands, sometimes up over $1 million over the lifetime of the policy. You wouldn't go buy a house for several $100,000 without having a lawyer necessarily review your contract. And alternatively, the disability insurance claims people, every time they do something, they have either a manager, a supervisor, or in-house counsel that they go to refer to say, what can I do, what can I not do? Well, the person who's unrepresented, who's relying on this giant insurance company to pay them, and then doesn't have an attorney or an advisor to turn to say, what should I do, is really at a significant disadvantage. So I find that the disability insurance companies not only really expect claimants to have lawyers, but they actually prefer it.
Right.
Because they know they're dealing with somebody who knows what they know, as opposed to having to explain something to a claimant.
And that's a good point. I've actually had claim representatives with some of these insurance companies say, I'm glad you got involved because we've been trying to get this information or X, Y, and Z for this period of time, and we haven't really had any compliance from the claimant. And we're getting concerned because we may have to terminate the claim at this point, and all we're asking for is some tax returns, or all we're asking for is some medical documentation.
Right.
And once we get involved and we go over the information and we explain to our client that there's really nothing to be concerned about here, let us handle it, let us present this to the insurance company and deal with them, they'll see that everything's going to be fine.
Right. I think we both agree that our goal in helping the client is not to cause a disturbance or cause a delay in anything, but to keep the process moving as quickly as possible, as smoothly as possible, so that the checks keep coming in every month. There's a lot of other law firms, or people think lawyers get involved in, we're going to start battling every issue right now. But that's not the way it works. The job is, let's keep that benefit coming in every month. That's the goal, and I think that's what we strive to do. Right. So if anyone has a claim with Hartford, no matter what stage, you're thinking of applying, you're on claim already, or you've been denied, you need to file an appeal, or even the last stage of filing a lawsuit, give us a call. We'll set up a free initial phone consultation, review your claim, and then let you know right away whether or not we can help you. So thank you, Cesar, for coming today.
Thanks, Greg.